walnut.com. Today we're going to do another vegetarian style dish for those that are trying to eat a little bit less meat. This particular dish is actually something new that I'm going to put together, so we're going to kind of do it in stages and see how it is as we go along. But in the meantime, I have some black beans that I have soaked overnight in water. I have a pound here, so when you open them, you want to pick them over, make sure there's no pebbles and stones or any bad ones. Kick those out and then just fill it up with water and soak them overnight. What we're going to do is make kind of like a salad. So what I'll do is I'll shred some romaine lettuce, and then we'll put our cooked black beans on top. And then what I'm going to do is take some luscious beets here. I'm going to clean them up. We're going to snip off the ends, wash them up really well, and then coat the outsides a little bit with olive oil, and then kind of pierce them with a fork, and we're going to roast these. So when they're done, we'll cube those up. We'll add that on top of the black beans. We'll take some avocado. We'll cube that up. I'm going to toast up some walnuts, and I'm going to dice up some apple, and we're going to mix it all together, and then we're going to top it off with some amazing roasted walnut oil and red apple balsamic vinegar, which is absolutely incredible. So we'll kind of take it in stages. I will take you along as I do the process, and I'll come a little closer and we'll start our little salad. Hey everyone. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing here is we're going to cook our beans. So these are, of course, fresh beans, fresh dried beans. So what I did is I rinsed off the beans that I had that was sitting in the water overnight. I put the beans in the bottom of this cast iron pot here. I filled it up with water, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it and let it cook until the beans are nice and tender. You do not want to salt this now, because sometimes the salt can prevent the beans from softening, and if you want to do something to try to help digestion, a lot of times cooks will suggest putting a little bit of seaweed in with the beans to help with digestion, and also give more minerals and whatnot. So I don't have any of that on hand right now, but I have the beans in the pot. I'm just going to cover it. We're going to cook them till they're tender, and then I'll come back and we'll start cleaning up our beets. Okay, so now we're up to the beets. So what I've done with these is I just snipped off the ends. I left the skin on, and I washed them really well. And dried them. So they're dry, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pierce them a tad with a knife all around. And there is the dog barking. Alright, so here we go. So we have that. We pierce that, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the outside. Just a little bit, just to coat it. And then what we're going to do is pop these in a glass baking dish and pop it into a preheated 375-degree oven, and then let them bake until roast until they're nice and tender. Once they're finished roasting and they're tender, when you take them out, let them cool, and the skins will, they'll peel right off. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up these two, and I will see you in a minute. Hey everyone. Okay, so everything is just about done. I've taken some lettuce. You can do any lettuce you like, romaine, red leaf, whatever you want, and just finely shred it with your knife. So put that as the first layer, and then our freshly cooked black beans, we're going to put a layer of those. This is going to taste so yum. Okay, so we have our black beans there. And then we can do, let's see, some of our cubed avocado. And, oops. And then we can add some of our cubed, freshly roasted beets. a few of our diced apples on top. I feel like I'm building a mountain. Alright, so we have some, I used Fuji apple, but again, feel free to use whatever you prefer. I have some lovely toasted walnuts, and we can place on top here. And again, if you want to use another nut, feel free, but the walnuts go beautifully with the walnut oil. Okay, and if you want to learn how to toast the walnuts, I'll link to the video where I do toasting nuts, so you can learn how to do that if you don't know how. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle just a little light drizzle of walnut oil, and then we're going to top it with red apple balsamic vinegar. This is amazing. It's a little bit of a thicker balsamic, and then we want to top it with a little bit of sea salt. And you know, from this point on, feel free to top it with some pepper, or if you want to throw in some fresh herbs, you can certainly do that. You know, either cilantro or maybe some fresh basil, whatever your favorite is. And that's it, folks. You have a beautiful, nutritious salad. Enjoy. See you at the next video.